If you want to get No Man's Sky's Aquarius Expedition done in less than 2 hours to get your rewards, this is a guide for you. I'll guide you through the most efficient completion method to save you time. I know I said no more step-by-step guides for the Redux Expos, but don't worry, this is a Quickstep guide. It's totally different. I'm sure you'll find a difference if you look hard enough. If you start this expedition on an existing save, you'll be able to take back 29 inventory slot augments, 800 quicksilver, 30 salvage data and a bunch more tech upgrades, nanite units and other useful items on top of the account-wide expedition rewards. The only thing to remember for the inventory slots is to take them to the main save, you'll need to back out of the screen when the game prompts you to apply them, giving you the augment item instead. At the end of the expedition, just claim the reward from every milestone left to claim, and you'll be able to put items to take back into the terminal on the anomaly. After initializing, gather the items listed on screen now while making your way to your ship. Upon reaching your ship, you'll trigger casting off. Claim its rewards from the expedition menu. For all milestones, I'll always say when there's one you need to claim to help with inventory management. So if I don't mention it, you won't need to deal with it until the end, but of course, do your thing. Install the pre-packaged personal refiner. Now refine the list on screen. After that, craft these items. Now just fix your ship and fly over to the grassy planet Ulamas Isum and land on an island within a large body of water. There are a few things to do in the water. Use your analysis visor to scan for and gather 7 living pearls. While you're doing that, you should swim low enough to trigger free diving. Also keep an eye out for the stingray looking fish. When you spot it, scan it to complete Abyssal Wonder. Lastly, mine a few of the smaller green crystal formations to gather 107 salt and mine a few kelp sac to refine to oxygen as you go. 50 to 100 should do it. It's purely to fill your life support. Once you're done, claim the rewards from Blue Yonder and free diving. Then install the pre-packaged hyperdrive into your ship and fuel it with 3 warp cells. Now complete Child of the Sea. You essentially just need to build and claim a base computer underwater, then build a deep water chamber and put a watertight door and a moon pool on it. You have all of the required resources. With that complete, fly to the space station, but before heading in, shoot a few asteroids in the field before it to gather around 500 or so tritium. You need 90 of it for crafting later, the rest is just to ensure you have pulse fuel. While entering, claim the reward from Abyssal Wonder and Pearls of Wisdom. Now at the Galactic Trade Terminal, sell the delicate legs in your ship, the deathly cold ice cream, all the glass, the terrifying sample and the mollusk flesh. Then buy 10 cobalt and 12 metal plating. Move to the ship tech vendor and sell one or all of the S-Class Defense Systems upgrade and the 2 S-Class Underwater upgrades. Then buy an A-Class Hyperdrive upgrade and install it right away, placing it next to your hyperdrive. Lastly, refine 240 pure ferrite into magnetized ferrite, and the Hadal cores you have into nanites. You can sell the remaining pure ferrite to make space. With all that done, leave the station and warp to the Rendezvous 1 system. This is a crazy quick system. Just complete the Gone Fishing 1 milestone. The Rendezvous is a damaged machinery. Just use your ship scanner as you approach, as the spot has a waypoint and you should find it easily. Once complete, warp to the Rendezvous 2 system. On entering the second Rendezvous system, enter the space station and buy a magnetic resonator. Switch or Mac players may not see it for sale. If not, you won't have use of the Magpulse lures, but it's not a big deal. Focus the Gone Fishing 2 milestone and go complete it. This one is a ruin on a tiny island right next to the marker. After its trigger, claim the rewards from Gone Fishing 1, then install the fishing rig. Now complete a message in a bottle. For all of these milestones where you fish up a message in a bottle, which typically happens immediately after a rendezvous, you will need to focus the milestone in order for it to work. Bait is also pointless, so don't have any on for them. Once you fish up the message in a bottle, interact with it in your inventory to complete the milestone. With that done, fish 3 fish to complete wading in, and then release the 2 lowest value fish back into the ocean to complete Freedom of the Sea. Tow in the water should also complete. Claim the rewards from Message in a Bottle, Wading In and Freedom of the Sea. Now install the pre-packaged aquajets into your ship and fly to, then land on deep looking water. Install the Exoskiff exosuit technology, then craft a Magpulse lures and an ion battery. Now deploy your exoskiff on the water to complete Pond Skipper. You can summon it like you would a ship or exocraft from the quick menu. Claim the rewards from Pond Skipper. Now start fishing. Try to fish in 50U or deeper water. Later we'll complete a milestone for selling fish, and deep water has larger fish that are worth more, so we'll more easily complete it by fishing in deep water where possible. Currently you just want to complete in hot water, which requires you to fish 3 uncommon fish that can only be found in high temperature environments. To get a higher chance of uncommon, use the mealworm bait. If you run out, use the spicy chum bait. If you couldn't craft the magpul's lures, save your bionic lures for when it storms, otherwise feel free to use them up too. Regarding the storms, if a storm happens while you are fishing, equip magpul's lures, or bionic if you couldn't craft them, and fish until it ends, or you complete Fins of Thunder. With in hot water completed and done in deep water, you'll also have completed inky depths and hook, line and sinker. There are a number of milestones that will likely complete passively, but I'll give a quick rundown at the end for how to complete them quickly if they haven't triggered for you. Right, time to walk to Rendezvous 3. Fly into the station and sell your fish. Personally, I like to keep any legendaries I get and sell the rest. Then focus Gone Fishing 3 and complete it. This one is an ancient plaque. You can't scan for it, but it is right by the marker, very easy to see from above. After that, fly to and land on deep looking water. Focus Tails of the Waves and complete it, remembering to remove any bait from your fishing rig. Claim the rewards from Tails of the Waves. Build and claim a base computer, then name the base fishing traps. Now build 3 automated fishing traps. Get back on top of your ship and start fishing, using bait like you did for in hot water, only this time you need 3 uncommon ice fish to complete Ice Cold. With that done, warp to Rendezvous 4. Once again, sell your fish in the space station, then focus and complete Gone Fishing 4. The 4th rendezvous is an abandoned building. It's really tough to see within this planet's colour scheme, but it can be scanned with your ship for a marker and is quite close to the marker. With that done, take off, find deep looking water and land on it. Focus the Call of the Water milestone and fish for the bottle, opening it in your inventory after, like the others. Now you need to fish for 2 uncommon irradiated fish. Once done, summon your exoskiff, build the nutrient processor on it, and cook the lowest value fish in your inventory. Do not cook any others. Cooked fish won't count toward the fish selling milestone. Now warp to Rendezvous 5. If you have 10 or less slots available, sell your fish. If not, just focus Gone Fishing 5 and complete it. This one is an underwater ruin. It's very close to the marker and should be fairly visible from in your ship. When you head down, make use of the trident key it gives, as you already have some living pearls, so may as well grab the treasure item from the buried chest by it. Get back on top of your ship and focus The Angler Rests. This is the last message in a bottle milestone. Once completed, focus the Scales of Fire milestone and fish until you catch the special fish. This will also complete Myths of the Deep, if it hasn't already completed. This is a point where we'll sort out any of the passive milestones that haven't yet completed. The one that ... this one almost certainly has. I think a message in a bottle may even trigger it. If not, cast a line then cancel it. If that doesn't work, fish without bait until you get flotsam and you're good. Taking the bait. This literally requires you to fish with bait. I commend your stubborn nature in refusing to bait, but just put one on and be done with it. The lunker. This requires 2 colossal fish catches. If you have been fishing in deep water like I suggest, you should have completed it. If not, try again. Just make sure the depth after casting is 50 U or deeper. Sun on the water. This requires you to catch a fish that can only be caught during the day. In the unlikely event you haven't yet completed it, claim the rewards from hook, line and sinker and use the dangling orbs it rewards as bait and fish during the day. Night fishing. This is the same as the previous, only you need 2 night fish. Claim the rewards from Call of the Water and use the shadow lures as bait to fish during the night. Fins of Thunder. Fortunately, the Redux only requires us to catch 1 stormfish. The magpul's lures I had you craft will massively increase the chances of catching a stormfish during a storm. The Rendezvous 4 system has several extreme planets that will storm regularly. Be sure to fish from on top of your ship so you can pop back in when you need to recover your hazard protection. Wading in again. This is just a 50 fish core requirement, so just keep fishing until it triggers. Teleport back to your fishing trap base. Empty the traps of fish. You should have 6 to 9, maybe more over all 3 traps, which will complete the Lazy Fisherman. The last milestone is to sell 300,000 units worth of fish, so if it hasn't yet triggered, fly to the nearest space station and sell your current haul. That should easily do it. Congrats, Aquarius Redux completed. Super fast. This Quickstep guide may be a one-off, we'll have to see. I was working out the expedition details to find the best tips and time-saving shenanigans when I just ended up writing a more concise than usual steps list. I hope it was helpful and not too concise. Have a great one, folks.